Okay, let's look at the generation of SSB-SC, which is through filter method, or it is also called as frequency discrimination method. In this method, SSB signal is generated by passing DSB-SC signal through a bandpass filter. So as we have developed the understanding of SSB-SC, we have seen you just have to make DSB-SC signal pass through a proper bandpass filter to reject either low pass or high pass, and to transmit only one of the side bands. Okay, so this will be the block diagram. Here empty, this is your product modulator, either ring modulator or balance modulator. You will multiply with the carrier, you will get as DSB-SC signal, and if you will pass it through a band pass filter whose frequency response is from either FC to FC plus FM or FC to minus FC, FC to FC minus FM. So this means LSB, this means USB. So you will get SSB-SC signal at the output of band pass filter. So this is simple. I show you in the waveform approach how it will look like. Now if you look at the waveform, if your MT's Fourier transform looks like this, MF, F minus W to W, your SSB DSB-SC signal will look like this. So this is your lower sideband, this is your upper sideband. Okay, and it is centered at FC and minus FC. And now your band pass filter response will look like this. So here I am considering the upper sideband USB. Okay, so it will be response will be 1 from FC to FC plus W and minus FC to minus FC minus W. Okay, it will be 1. If you will multiply these two signal, this is the output of your product modulator, and this is band pass filters response. So you have product of these two will give you SSB-SC signal. SSB-SC's transform will look like this. So it will only pass these frequencies only. Okay, so minus FC to minus FC minus W, FC to FC plus W. This is what you will get at the output, which is your SSB-SC signal if you will have USB. If you wanna go for LSB, you just take this part of the band pass filter, means FC to FC minus FM or FC minus W, or FC minus FC to minus FC plus W. Then if you will multiply, you will get the lower side bands. So I've just showed you the upper side band. Similarly, you can calculate for lower side band. Now the second thing I want to mention here, this is the case, ideal case. Okay, because your band pass filter has sharp edges, which is ideally possible, but practically it is not possible. These sharp edges you won't be having in your filter. So that is why how practically will look like a signal, I'll show you next. So practically what will happen, your band pass filter's response will not be sharp edges, but there will be a gradual decrease in the amplitude. You can see here. So this is your FC plus W, this band is FC plus W, this band is minus FC and minus FC minus W, but when it is coming down, it is gradual decrease in the amplitude, not like sharp transition. So you can see this is the ideal case of band pass filter, the response of the band pass filter. If you will apply this filter and you will multiply with the signal, what you will get is signal like this. Okay, so it is not sharp transition at FC. You can see there is a extra frequencies are also included in this response of SSB-SC, which is you don't want. Okay, so these frequencies you don't want actually. These are unwanted frequencies. You can see it should have been cut off to FC and minus FC, but it is including some extra frequencies here as well. Okay, so these are unwanted frequencies, so we don't want this actually. So what happens is, since the band pass filter is not ideal, in the resulting SSB signal along with a complete sideband, unwanted frequencies are also present. Because of this drawback, SSB is limited only for voice transmission. Okay, so since it is taking unwanted frequencies in their spectrum, which we don't want, that is why SSB is only used for voice transmission. We want to see how it is not affecting the voice transmission. Okay, how it is not affecting voice signal, you can see. So in voice signal case, you will have a spectrum like this, MF, F. So it will be from 300 hertz to 3.5 kilohertz. Here minus 300 to minus 3.5 kilohertz. The spectrum will look like this for the voice signal. So for this DSB-SC signal will look like this. We are only considering the positive axis. Okay, so it will be shifted to FC, and you can see there is a large band gap of 600 hertz. Okay, so now if you will apply this to band pass filter, which we are having a response like this one between FC plus 300 to FC plus 3.5k, and there are some unwanted frequencies. So if you will pass this signal, DSB-SC signal, to this, you will get this band. Okay, so this will be your SSB-SC signal. Or if you want this one, you can have your response of band pass filter here, and you will get this signal. So you can see, even if we are including some unwanted frequency in response of band pass filter, it is not affecting our message signal. So that is why the reason voice signal can be transmitted easily using SSB technique. Okay, but if you will have a very close frequency components, then there will be interference, and you will include some unwanted frequency, and that will change the signal. Okay, but in this case, since we are having such a large band gap, that is why we can transmit these voice signals, either this part or either this part. It will be easy even with practical band pass filter. Okay, so that is how voice signal can be transmitted, and it is preferred for voice transmission only.